From the center of the galaxy, this is ForceCenter Now, live here on a Friday. I'm Ken Knapsack.
And I'm Joseph Scrimshaw, and you caught me typing because it's Friday. And I'm... This is every Friday. Like I set aside, it's in my calendar. It's 2 o'clock that we do this. But
yeah,
life, man.
Life, man. Well, we're going to celebrate today. That's what's on the docket today. Our main topic today for all of you to call in and talk about is your favorite Star Wars celebrations, parties, victory dances, songs, moments, hangouts. It's wide open, but also, Joseph, we want to talk about Ewoks dancing at some point.
Of course. Yeah, I think that is the thought path that led us to where we were of like, well, it's 4th of July. It's sometimes a celebration.
Sometimes
there's some complicated feelings about it.
I've never been a 4th of July celebrator, and now it's like you said, it's bigger, it's complicated, it's whatever. I'm like, this is a lot of effort for a picnic. I'm not in on it. I never have been. Never have been.
It's never been it was never one of my favorite holidays. My family didn't do anything kind of very special. They kind of half-assed it, so it wasn't like, oh wow, this is the day we go out on the lake or that. It was just like, instead of normal Oscar Mayer hot dogs, we might have the ones that had fake cheese inserted in the middle. Yay, America! So it wasn't, and we saw fireworks sometimes, and that was fantastic because it looked like the Death Star exploding, particularly back in the day. And then for years, the convention that I went to and performed at, Convergence, was the 4th of July weekend, and that started in '99. That convention, and that was one of the moments of like, oh yeah, my culture is performing, and other nerds and people who like Star Wars, and all of us were like, we don't care, 4th of July, We'll have panels about sexuality in Star Trek, and watch Blade Runner for the 1,000th time and stay up late drinking. That's our 4th of July. It was an interesting cultural moment.
It could be it could be whatever you want it to be out here in the States. Some of you out in the UK probably not celebrating it today. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Celebrate the food that we've given the world.
I saw at a building that I know is owned by a disreputable organization that I already don't like, had a really like rah America decoration, clearly. But they had a banner that said America 1776 2026. So it looked like they were acknowledging that America has sadly passed on.
You know what? This is why I love doing ForceCenter Now. We could also have a little bit of other center. There's a neighbor down the street from me who very clearly used to be in the Marines, which again, absolutely no problem with that. Be clear about that. But he definitely lets the world know, and he definitely has some flags that don't want people to tread on him. It's his message. And then he switched the flag out for the weekend, and it said, I didn't think about that. It said the same thing, 1776 to 2026, 250, hoorah, don't tread on me. And even he knows now. Yep. You've reframed the way I'm going to look at that.
Yeah, I mean, that was all I could see of like, yep, good run. 250. Hey, at least nice long life. I do not think America is over. I subscribe to an incredibly flawed place with a complicated history. But the point is the idea to strive toward better.
Yes.
And there are many people who are striving toward better right now, and it's extra hard to do it. And so more compliments to everyone who is striving to go, this is a good idea, and we can make it better, and there is room for everyone. So we're not dead yet, but maybe don't feel like celebrating is where I come from.
Not dead yet. Yeah, no, I really agree with you. Echo the sentiments. I choose to look forward while learning from the past. Star Wars lessons indeed. So there you go. That's where we're at. But today we're talking about celebrations and parties. And I see in chats, I actually thought this. I thought this was going to happen, and I came up. I was up at like midnight working last night, and I was like, I got to get the stream set up for tomorrow. And I was like, should I find another way to phrase this? We're not talking necessarily about Star Wars celebrations in terms of Anaheim, Chicago, Orlando. We're talking about celebrations in Star Wars. big victory parties, or just the small ones. I have a picture of Chewie double fisting, which was very hard to find. It probably didn't work for a thumbnail, but I was determined to find Chewie double fisting his drinks, and then Mon Mothma at a wedding. So that's what we're kind of talking about there. But also just, how they make you feel, why you like them, the different aspects of them, and why they are a part of Star Wars is kind of the topic sentence today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we want to share this super chat right away from Amaranth. You might have already bounced, but she said, full up on football and family duty, so I can't stay, but wanted to help ForceCenter score that goal.
Thank you.
Thank you for the lovely super chat, and thank you for visiting us here for a moment.
We appreciate that. JMB's out. JMB's out. False advertisement.
We got time. We can talk about anything.
Yes,
we can talk about. Yep. If the best Star Wars celebration is that time you saw Hayden Christensen coming out of the bathroom in London, great.
Yeah. And this is what we do on Fridays too. We try to have a main topic to sell it. In this thumbnail world, you got to sell it. I get it. But we can go anywhere y'all want to go today too. If you call into the show, by the way, if you want to call in, be a Patreon supporter, you get the unique link every week. You can call in, camera ready if you want. You can talk about anything. Speaking of Hayden Christensen, the thing going around, you see the thing today, Joseph, about his hair in Revenge of the Sith was a wig. And I gotta be honest, I never really thought that. I thought he grew out the locks. I know most of the hair you see on TV and film are wigs, but it caught me for a surprise. What do you think about those luscious locks being fake?
I'm delightfully surprised. I think some people have extremely well-honed wig eye.
Yes,
I am perhaps wig blind because I've had to have egregious wigs pointed out to me and go like, oh wow, I never saw that. There's some that pop for me, but there's some, I'm not even going to mention them, that are like, yeah, that's a wig, and like, oh yeah, okay.
I just don't think about it, right? I just don't think about it in a way. And I will admit now, I think when I was shooting School of Thrones, which is a YouTube parody series that came out years ago, but I think the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones is after when we shot it. So 2 seasons. We were on the set, and Ash was from Mythic Quest and everything. That was like our Daenerys. And someone made a comment of like, "Oh, this wig's even better than one on the show." And I was like, "What wig?" Amelia Clark she's got a wig? Oh, I thought she'd screw her hair out. Oh.
Yeah, I thought they cast her 3 years ago and she grew it out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. But Hayden's locks, wig. I could pick out Obi-Wan's wig in shots in Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, but
oh yeah, no, definitely. And in some of the Phantom Menace pickup shots are rough. Yeah.
Yes, those are good. Anyways, believe nothing. Also, we might discuss this a little bit more on the news. We don't want to pick everything that we from the news cycle that we'll miss, not get a chance to talk about Monday. But we also aware that the 9th Jedi series trailer dropped yesterday with much fanfare and much very well received, much love for it. I just saw it a few minutes ago, to be honest. So we can talk about our gut reactions, but we'll dive in a little deeper if we want later in the week. But if you want to call in about that too out there, it's open forum day, I guess. Did you get a chance to see it yet?
I did. I made a point of watching this morning with my breakfast granola bars. It looks fantastic. I mean, there weren't like a huge amount of revelations in the trailer to me. It feels like we've seen 2 episodes of this in the previous seasons of Visions, and it's fantastic. I do like that they focused on, for people who maybe haven't watched those, I like that they focused on the crystals changing color based on your, truth.
Right.
I saw our friend Molly Damon posting about it too, of like, maybe didn't need to see some of those changes because I wonder how deep into the story they are. So that was my only bump. Otherwise, I'm totally on board. I really trust the writing. I really like the sense of fun. I really like the sense of weight and gravitas, and very intrigued by what we've seen so far. Has been very pro Jedi philosophy, and then this kind of introduced the wrinkle of like, how much is it going to be? How much is this belief that Jedi are doing the right thing going to be tested?
Yeah, no, great breakdown of it. I'll live with it a little bit more this weekend. I think, first thing is obviously it's visually stunning. I am very supportive of Visions, all the volumes in this existing, even though it's not something I run to first. But this is like, speaking of Visions, like when Disney Plus was announced and a Star Wars channel was announced, like this is the kind of stuff that I was like, yeah, we should just have a lot of fun, do
Yeah.
things, different things, and for the most part, it is achieved that for me, and this is part of that.
Yeah.
We have
No, I
some
agree.
World Star Wars to celebrate. So enough from us. We want to hear from you. So a lot to get to today, but the main focus is, I guess we should talk. We should share our thoughts, I guess, on celebrations and parties. You had suggested this one. I was going to do like moments of rebellion to tie it in the fourth, and I was like, that's just too thick for me right now. I want to dance around with Ewoks. This is great. So yeah, where do you go to first on celebrations and parties in Star Wars?
Yeah, I think I have. There are many, but I think I have two that compete for my heart. One is if we're just looking at parties, is the Dryden Voss's yacht party in Solo.
Yeah.
Partially because it contains my beloved Vat Weirdo Lulilo Primarch and doing the great song with Venta Foley. But it's also just like we get a lot of storytelling in Star Wars of like, well, the Empire's kind of hobnobbing. It's just such a great, without pointing too heavy of a finger on it, like this is a criminal party. It looks like kind of a Vegas classy showroom party, and seeing the like scantily clad aliens of all genders hanging off of Imperials just paints that picture of like they are absolutely, violating various Imperial rules, and it's so great. And then seeing Han and Chewie kind of be the like, we don't really know how to be at parties, but we're going to try to be real cool. And there's so much about it that I love. It's like all of the layers of what a party could be, from the fun to the nefarious, are in there.
You're pointing out a truth with Han and Chewie that I think connects with me in the real world. I do love a good party, do love a good hang. I think I'm better at it than I used to be, but that was definitely like the 2000s to the early 2015s for me at parties. Let's go in. Me and my buddy Joe Ruggiero were kind of the Han and Chewie of some of the nerd parties we used to go to back in the day. Of like, let's just let's try to act normal here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? So I reckon I resonate with that. And also, I won't. I don't think it counts necessarily as a party or a big celebration, but just all of Canto Bight connects with me in kind of the same way you described in Dryden Voss's parties, of just like a side of Star Wars we hadn't really seen yet, the upper crust, the rich, the elite, whatever it might be in Canto Bight on Cantonica. But with Dryden Voss, just like, we see the underworld, we see them working in the underworld, but this is, dare I say, the spoils of their horrible work. The scum up there.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll talk about it more, but the Ewok celebration, I mean, I think you could count the medal ceremony in A New Hope as a celebration. It's a very formal celebration. But the Ewok celebration, I think there's a reason that we go to it. It isn't just sort of Gen X nostalgia pilled folks who are like, that's the one. I think there's something about it that it's like, it's got this sense of tradition. Like the Ewoks are like, well, this is how you throw a party. You play these instruments and you drum on the skulls of the fallen that you've killed. And this is how you do it. So there's a sense of like tradition to it. There's that connection to the real world of the X-Wings, firing off the fireworks. There's the bittersweetness of it, of Luke's bittersweetness. But I love that sense that like Wedge and Lando are like exchanging tall tales of the battle.
Yes,
it's a storytelling element. And then thing that really all that's beautiful, but that great novel, the Princess and the Scoundrel, gets into that layer deeper of the reality out of like, and those Ewoks made some homebrewed tree meat of some kind, and Wedge had a hangover the next day. Like folks weren't right. Like I love that the book got into that. Like, that was a lot of fun, but people were choking on the bonfire and totally hungover from Ewok meat, and it's so great.
I agree with you. Yeah, it's probably the thing I would go to first, just because it set the tone. Again, you're right, New Hope, but it set the tone for me as a Star Wars fan of, yeah, when like music starts playing and people are dancing, that's part of the Star Wars I fell in love with. That's it. This is what you do after you celebrate a big win. You bang them stormtrooper head helmets and you start doing a jig. It's everything that I loved about that movie at 7 and kind of carried it forward. And I think it's kind of needed. And maybe that's why I love the end celebration, Rise of Skywalker. Again, I know people think you and I are crazy, Joseph, about how much we love that film, but
Yes.
I really I fell into it. You know, I fell for the vibes, man. Like everyone's hugging and kissing and crying. Chewie's getting a medal, and I really took it the very first time. I was like, yeah, I'm celebrating my journey too. I'm celebrating my journey, fall in love with this at 7, and here I am years later. And yeah, that's not nostalgia porn. That's just like a feeling I had as a real person who was a fan of this thing.
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, we got some great answers in chat coming in already. But yeah, so that's one I go to as well. And I have a interesting, as I think both of our relationships with the Phantom Menace has been this kind of changing relationship with the end of Phantom Menace. I love the music. In fact, the Star Wars ranked was it the outro music is Tony Thaxton did a play on the Gungan band there. So I love that, but I will admit one of the big hangups, but it wasn't like it wasn't angry, but in '99. When all it is a peace orb being held, I'm like, what? And I really rubbed up against that and became an inside joke. And it's the globe of peace, right? But it's the peace orb. That's it was the weirdest thing to me at the time. And now, as with a lot of things, especially with Boss Nass, I absolutely love that moment. I love everything about it. I love a good marching band, even though I don't love parades. As I've said before, I do love a good marching band sound in Star Wars, which is kind of what we got.
It's so great, and I love the irony of aggressively yelling peace.
I would love. All right, Brian, yeah, your character's holding up a glowing peace ball right now, and you're going to yell peace. And well, let me tell you about the time. Yes. So,
yeah.
Well, there you go. There's some of our well, and I was going to ask you this, as we've talked about before. We talked about your relationship with Return of the Jedi, Ewoks at the time. You're so older, so you're viewing Return of the Jedi a little differently than I was or others. Ewoks dancing then. Was there any young Joseph breaking point, or were you just in?
No, I mean I didn't. I didn't. I was mystified by the Ewoks. Like I liked them, but they felt like the wrong. And this is the whole thing of like I used to have a joke in stand-up that I don't even agree anymore. Of like I had action figures and I had teddy bears, and they were separate worlds, and didn't need them to be combined into this slash fiction. But from the perspective of an adult, I think that was I was 9 when I saw Return of the Jedi. My brother was 12, so I was already a little influenced by him.
Yeah,
but I think it was that thing that still plagues Star Wars was affecting me at 9 years old. The fear of cuteness, because I had gotten really into Luke's pain. Will he kill Vader? And like, he saved him, and now the teddy bears are dancing. And I think there was like, I was almost more afraid on a deep level of, I still like cute things, but should Star Wars be cute things? Because Star Wars is cool things,
right?
And that was my weird anxiety with it. But the party kind of. It bittersweet. It broke my heart because I was so happy for them, and it was so unbelievable that they won.
Yeah,
but it was also like, but it's over.
It's over.
So yeah,
we had that. Yeah, that's it. That's less. That's all. We're never gonna get anything more. Never gonna get anything more. All right, we got some calls lined up here. We got Chris, the Jocasta New of L.A. County. We got Jedi James, Elias, Rawhide, and Dan calling in from the Food My Beer. But let's get to our favorite librarian in L.A. County. He's an old friend of mine. He is Chris Kiefer. Oh, your beard is looking good, my friend. Look at
powerful.
that.
Yeah, powerful. Bushy. Yeah. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for calling in, buddy. What's on your mind? Where are you going with parties?
Can you guys hear me okay? This is a new setup for me, so if you need me to swap your...
Sound
great.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you said celebration, and I'm going to start you off with something unconventional, I think, but I think I might be stretching your definition of celebration. But I'm going to go with the Tusken Raiders when they snipe the pod racer on Clue to Eve and Phantom Menace.
Accepted.
All right. Because at first, like I remember it definitely cracked me up in the theaters. And I think my first impression was these guys are just, it's like when you're out drinking with your buddies and you're, chugging beer cans into a trash can and you're just like, hey, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Yeah. It looks like they're just, messing around and sniping pod racers. And then of course later on we find out their history through Book of Boba Fett. They're defending their turf, all that good stuff. But just right. The initial impression and how they missed the first shot and then it comes around and they snipe a pod racer that comes through and they're all cheering and celebrating there. So
I think that's a fantastic one, and it is a total celebration of classic Tuscan. Cheers.
And for me, going back to the day I saw it, 1999, the opening day, sitting out on the sidewalk of the Winnetka 20. You're familiar with the Winnetka 20, Chris?
Of course.
With my buddies Joel and Casey and Aaron, and we'd all watch it, and feelings were confused, mixed, and all those things that we talked about for years on the podcast. And I'm probably going, Peace Orb? What was that Peace Orb? We all agreed there was a kind of one of those like grumble, grumble, grumble. But that Tuscan thing was pretty funny. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. It was like it was the thing we all enjoyed. And later on, like you said, we get a great and I think powerful and poignant expansion of the Tuscan story, and it's still ongoing. But that was also the first time we saw them a little different. We're on their side in that moment, in a way. Whether or not we thought it was fair to the pod racers, I think we were behind them.
Yeah, I almost wonder if the pod racers know that going in, if Jabba had given them a heads up, or it's just part of the risk of racing on Tatooine. I don't know.
I feel like Jabba has the resources that if he wanted to clear the obvious sniper spots along the route on this like historically like centuries old contested space. Like, I don't think this is a surprise to Jabba, right?
Fair point, Joseph. Yes,
I agree with that. I think it's a wonderful choice. Do you have any other options? Did you have a backup in case we rejected that one?
I didn't know. I was just I put all my credits on that. So
it's a good bet.
It's good bet.
Yeah. Was there a certain character that we had to praise?
No, I had a last minute emergency and forgot to make a graphic for any character today. So you're all off the hook. I'm not going to force you to say anything.
Then I will just praise the rest of the show. How about that?
There you go. Appreciate you calling in, Chris.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you so much.
I love it. Yeah, that was it's one of Lucas's moments of comedy. Whether you like it or not, George wanted to have some fun.
Yeah, and it's funny, and I believe it's Team Toe that gets taken out.
Oh, your guy Team Toe.
My guy Team Toe. So it makes me love the moment even more.
Yeah. I wonder if a Galactic Racer, if there's a option where you can put in Tuscan shootings to like.
It'd be so great if that was an alternate. Like, are you want to break from racing? You can be Tuscan and take pot shots at the racers yourself.
It'd be like the Ewok hunt on Battlefront 2. Yes. Oh my God, that would be great. Oh, please make it so. Maybe an add-on. Maybe it will be a DLC later. All right, we got calls from Jedi James, Elias, Rawhide, Dan, Cam, Stewart calling in here. Let's get to our buddy Jedi James. How you want to celebrate today, buddy? Where are you going?
Well, first I'll celebrate by saying thanks for the awesome answer to my question this weekend. Every question you both have ever done, they always put a smile on my face. So
awesome.
Thanks. I'll celebrate that.
Thanks for asking.
In terms of celebrations, the galaxy far, far away, I have to I always have to go to the Ewok celebration at end of Return of the Jedi, because it was the ending for so long. That was the final marker, and I have no regrets with the story being expanded at all. But that just seeing the whole galaxy celebrate the defeat of this ultimate evil, and just seeing we set free in the extended edition. Ewoks driven on the helmets. Who knows what happened to those troopers? Maybe they were the appetizer on the left table over there.
Yeah.
But I just seeing everyone, and maybe this is kind of leads into my other one, but just the warm embraces, the clapping on the backs, the hugs, the running to each other with big smiles, and embracing everyone. That to me, more than anything, is just an indicative of a celebration. Because for my other answer, I was going to say, I feel like celebration or party is different depending on who you ask. Like, is it a cultural celebration? Is it a let's get drunk and dance all night kind of celebration? Like, right in Bassa, let's eat a little, drink a lot. kind of thing, a family gathering or a get together, things like that. So for myself, I've always been party and celebration has more often than not always meant the family and loved ones kind of thing for me. So what I also love in Star Wars is just seeing anytime you see a community, a people come together for something. I feel like you see that in the High Republic a lot. Young Jedi Adventures have that once where there's just like this planet that's like, let's be thankful for what our planet and the Force provided for us and that we're all here together. There was a comic issue where Yoda was like, let's celebrate these younglings and let's celebrate tasty treats while we're at it.
Yeah.
Also think of like the Aki celebration where again, it was just beautiful dancing, beautiful music, but also children laughing at puppets and the galaxy coming together to celebrate a specific spot. So just that kind of warm joy, warm embrace of no matter how dark times may get, you can hopefully always rely on finding people to give you that embrace, give you that hope, give you that joy to be found among the good people who are trying to do something good in the galaxy, because there can be good to be found. So I think those are my personal warm favorite moments in Star Wars when we think of celebration.
Yeah, no, those are great choices, and yeah, I agree with you about the Aki. It's I think it's like it's got this great, like, it's obviously it's cultural, but it also has the vibe almost of like a block party of just like bring whatever you got. You do puppets, great. You do cooking, you sell necklaces, great. Bring whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you touch upon, I think, one of the things that's kind of underneath my love of these parties, celebrations, victories in Star Wars, because that's what it is. It's also like why we're following a lot of these hero characters to get to a point of joy, and then you're also being reminded of why we're fighting. That's why we love the Aki stuff here at Force Center, because Rey kind of seeing, this is what's out there in the galaxy. This is what's to fight for. So yeah, I think that's definitely part of why we like this stuff too.
And no, not for nothing, 3PO won me over by the delectable sweets comment. I don't drink a lot of alcohol in my life, but if there's tasty treats at a party, count me in. I'll be double fisting the coal crawfish or the big rock candy. I couldn't even fully see what it was in Rise of Skywalker, but it was.
Double check.
Consult the visual dictionary and find out. But yeah.
Yeah, what did Pablo name it? No, wonderful choices, Jedi James. Appreciate that, and you touched on the reason we like these parties. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
You as well.
All right, catching up here. We got Elias next. We got some super chats here.
Yeah, I got some kind super chats here. Let's see. We got this one here from Nicked 1984. I almost had to ask for your glasses, Ken. Happy Force Center Friday to all. No celebration experience for me, but my favorite Star Wars fireworks display would be the Aldhani Eye. It is very beautiful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Period. I love that idea of it's beautiful to observe from afar as a natural phenomenon. And scary to fly through. Destructive.
It's beautiful there. Mr. LDS Speeds, thank you for the generous super chat. The party that was going on at the bar in Mos Pelgo with the second Death Star blow up looks like a good time. Until it wasn't. It was a great time. I agree with that one.
And I really like that they were. I mean, the party seemed like it was already going, and then it just went to that next level when the Death Star exploded.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was a playback. Maybe that was probably not live. They was probably like,
maybe, yeah.
Hey, everybody, come watch the tape again.
Come down. Yeah. It's like a World Cup party over there.
Yeah.
Jetto Cabaroni says definitely the worst party in Star Wars would be Kiadi Munty's birthday parties. He said at least 100 of them, probably with unflavored cake to accompany flavored ice. And then Chris with a generous, he calls in and then he gives a generous super chat just to celebrate us and Force Center fans and community here. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that. Love that. All right, so we got more calls on the way here. We got Elias checking in now. Let's bring him on. Elias, you're here, our friend. How are you?
Good. Hello.
All right.
Did you think this topic was about the convention Star Wars celebration, or did you think it was about Star Wars parties in Galaxy?
I thought it was about in the universe parties. Amazing. You win. Well, I've never been to a convention, so maybe if I had been, I had thought that.
Well,
but
there's always next year. Always.
Yeah.
They're not for you, conventions?
Well, no, it sounds awesome, but I don't know if there's Well, let's not go there.
Okay.
2027's a long way off.
It's a long way away. Things can change. People can
Yes.
go.
It'll be great.
Yes, I feel you. But yeah, what are your favorite in-universe parties and celebrations?
Well, there's really only one that comes to mind, but I do want to say I want to see more. I mean, I hope they do more and kind of go wild and crazy. I want to see more parties, more celebrations, and not like some big giant galactic thing, but just little parties.
Yeah.
Have them take a little more than just half a second to celebrate a win, which seems to be what happens in the movies. They're just you got to fit too much stuff in.
Yeah. They got some realities to deal with, I guess. But yeah, maybe we do a series that has a big 2-day celebration or something. How about that?
Yeah, and Grogu should be in it, and maybe some Anzellans.
Oh,
maybe it's a recency bias, but I want to see some of that.
Anzellans at a party, especially that crew. That I don't know it might be good or bad or both or all.
Yeah, I mean, how do they go wild? Because like my immediate picture was Anzellans ripping their shirts off, but most of them don't have shirts to begin with. So maybe
that's
firing off their little burners.
Yeah, stealing all the good snacks, running away with it.
Yeah.
That would you'd have to keep Grogu away from the snack table. A lot going on.
This is great because I don't think Din is much of a party animal.
Yeah. Any other parties, Elias, or any other Star Wars thoughts?
Well, I it's the same as Jedi James, Return of the Jedi, the victory celebration, but the one I kind of favors the original one before they added all the galactic scenes, the CGI scenes. I didn't really feel like that fit, but you know what's funny is when I was a kid, the first time I saw it, probably several times, didn't really love it. Probably because it felt like such an ending, and it was there was some serious adult stuff there with like Luke burying his father, and they're realizing all the truths. Like you could see in the actors, it's just a great job of, once they were like peaceful and all the stress and tension was gone from Leia's face and Han's face. Luke was a little still more serious, but still, it was sort of a celebratory time for them, but it was
some
also
smooching.
kind of like, there you go.
There you
but
go.
now as I'm quite a bit older and have some scars, I'm like, man, that's more like of a comfort scene to me now.
Yeah.
And I love obviously the dancing with furry sentient beings is I think is a great party thing.
Yeah.
I just realized I'm starting to understand the love of furries, maybe.
Yeah.
It could be all there. Yeah.
If you want to dance with sentient fur-dressed people, you got to come to convention.
Yeah, come to convention.
It can happen.
Go there. Well said, well explained. And you're talking about the growth of how we interact with it. I'm right there with you. The sadness but happiness of Luke saying goodbye, but also taking comfort in it. I think that made me a little older, too soon, where I started to look at it at goodbyes. I was like in 6th grade looking at elementary school, just like, yeah, we did it. It's gone. We'll never be here again. I was a little too deep and poetic for my own good. Maybe. There you go. Elias, thanks for sharing today, my friend. We appreciate you as always.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. David just says, oh my. We got Rawhide, we got Dan, we got Cable Stewart, we got Steve. Yeah, let's take Rawhide here. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
I'm doing well.
There you go. You're framing up okay, don't you? I just like seeing your Green Bay Packers pendant in the background. That's what I
Yep.
Are you calling in from Wisconsin?
Yes, I am.
Oh, what part?
Southeast.
Nice.
Okay. That's close to you, right? Minnesota and Wisconsin are like this. They're like the same state, right?
According to things very close together. For years, I did children's theater in New Richmond, Wisconsin, which is like an hour drive from Minneapolis.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, Rahad, where you want to go? Where you want to celebrate today?
I had two that I thought of.
Please share.
The first one that would probably be the most obvious is just End of Phantom Menace. Augie's great municipal band is a freaking delight.
Yep.
Who doesn't want to celebrate with a big shiny orb and a marching band? Looks like a fun time.
Where were you in 99? You should have told me this in 99 when I was initially against it. Now I love it. But yes, no, I agree.
The music is great. It's like the more we talk about it, it's getting in my head.
Yeah. And props for remembering it, Augie's municipal band, because I just always call it like Augie's Bonzo Doodah Band, the Good Time Band. I just mesh up everything in my mind. But
Augie's Good Time Boyos, what is it?
Yeah. I used to get a stream of interns working for me from a school nicknamed Augie. So anytime they'd bring it up, I would just think of that scene, and it would make the day a little better, despite whatever screw up the intern was doing that day.
Yeah,
that's good.
Nice.
The music I know is isn't it Palpatine's theme?
Yeah,
worked it.
Yeah, it's the Emperor's theme made happy as heck.
Yeah, exactly. What could have been
major chords. Yeah,
Palpatine chose a better life. That's your first choice. What's your second one?
And then the obscure one is one out of the Clone Wars series, if you remember, Padme's hosting some kind of party for some senator who's of no importance at all.
Yeah,
and the story is focused around R2 and 3PO going to get some stuff. They get kidnapped by Cad Bane and they lose their memory, yada yada yada. But the part that I really like about that is we get to see 3PO actually do his job. He gets to do what he's supposed to do. He's not running he has a little bit of time where he's not running around being shot at and freaking out. He gets to do his job. He does it well. Anakin tells him that he did an excellent job, and he's so happy about it. Poor Goldenrod finally gets a chance to do what he's supposed to be doing. And I'm just happy for him.
Big agree.
It's such a great episode because we do get all these little peeks. We get 3PO doing what he's meant to do, suggesting the right. I think it's Jogan fruit that this diplomat needs to. And then because Anakin has cover to be there at the party, there's like that's one of the episodes where you get a little scene of like Anakin and Padme being like really domestic of like, she's stressed about the party and he's kind of like being a husband, being like, yeah, let me help you figure it out. I'll send 3PO and like, and then in the middle, R2 gets tortured.
Just a little
it's a little, little up, little down.
Or it's still in the title.
Yeah. It is. I agree. I think that's a great poll. We love discussing that one on our Clone Wars report. And you made me think of the one that Jar Jar's at early on, that first season one, right? Where Jar Jar's at a party messing about.
Yeah.
That's a great one, too.
To cover for shenanigans. Yeah,
indeed. Great stuff. Appreciate you calling. Is this your first time calling in?
No.
Okay.
It's been a couple of months.
It's been a bit,
Last time you commented on the Packer thing too. And since then, you guys went and actually did sign Malik Willis.
We did. Yes, that's right. I remember talking about that. Yeah. Well, I hope I enjoy my 3-13 season that I'm about to have. Thank you for calling in, my friend. Appreciate you.
All right.
Great thoughts. Thank you.
There we go. Catching up with chat here. And Jeannie Frantini points out R2 goes to the spa. It's a good episode.
It is a good episode. A lot of ups and downs.
And Ezra was born on Empire Day. Yeah, he was born on Empire Day, wasn't he? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right, rolling along. We got Dan from the great food blog, The Food in My Beard. Dan, thanks for calling in, buddy. I appreciate calling in on what's a busy weekend for you, getting hot dog recipes stolen from you out on the internet. So,
once you put something out, it's free. It's free for the world. So I have to just try to look and smile.
Yes,
it's hard.
indeed.
That must be hard though. Is that happen? I would imagine that happens a lot because people can just cut and paste basically.
It's not only that, it's like the trend now is like, oh, I jumped on this food trend, right? So people feel like they can just take an idea because they're following a trend. But you know, maybe the one person will credit someone, but then by the 10th person who's doing it, no one really knows where it originated from. So
yeah, that's hard. Yeah, I understand it is the nature of things, but it's hard when it's personal. I was talking on the show about the unimportant joke I made about a shadow that looked like Grogu, and somebody started stealing that and taking my name off it. But it was the thing was written in the first person about picking up my wife from the airport, and it's like my jokes get stolen all the time, but don't bleep and steal. I picked up my wife, you know.
Don't steal my life, man.
Yeah, he's like, you were not at LAX at 11 o'clock last night picking up my wife, so go to hell. Yeah,
we're in a weird internet era.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for letting me vent.
Yeah. Well, where do you go? Food is always on your mind, and folks out there, if you haven't checked out Dan's blog, The Food in My Beard, or his Instagram page, go there and get some, and TikTok too, get a lot of good stuff there. Where do you go with parties?
The amount of freeze frames and zoom ins I've done at any Mon Mothma party is like unbelievable because her tableware, the stemware, like I'm like, I want to go in her cabinets and put all that into my house. There's a scene where someone's eating like eggs and they're all like perfectly lined up in these cups. And then of course I love a drinking ritual. So the squiggies, whatever. They drop the little worms into the champagne and take it down.
Yeah.
So a lot of tension filled parties. But I would just be standing in the corner, maybe had a little too many squiggies.
So there'd be
pocketing like some of the glass.
Be Mothma and Tay in the corner talking about the future of the rebellion, and you just be in the background like, oh, look at those eggs. Look at this.
They are such fun parties if you aren't, worried about all the fascism. And same thing with the wedding. The wedding's fantastic, right? And that would be a good dance party if you're actually happy.
Yeah, exactly. If you had something to celebrate.
Yeah, that's one of my choices too. And there's a lot going on, and it means a lot and everything. But just I think it was fascinating to see just a wedding play out like that in Star Wars. Because the only previous one I remember on screen is Padme and Anakin by a lake. So there you go. No, great choices. Do you ever take some of those Star Wars recipes that you find in the background and make them a trend that people can steal?
The last one I made, I think, was I hollowed out like a coconut and made the drink that Boba Fett, like when he goes on his vision quest or something, right?
Yeah.
The black melon. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I can dig that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Have you made other a lot of Star Wars inspired recipes?
I've done some, like I made a cheese ball that was shaped like BB-8. That one's kind of fun.
Nice.
I did like therm scissor punch noodles, but that's too obscure for most people.
How did you get to that point? What goes into therm scissor punch noodles?
Well, I feel like in the 1 second he's on screen, he's like, there's some like blue noodles, maybe, if I'm remembering right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Nice.
Blue noodle, the blue Star Wars noodles. I love that.
And this is not directly Star Wars related, but like, what is your sort of culinary opinions about 4th of July? Like, the joke is just like, it's hot dogs and maybe barbecue and potato chips. Like, is it like, this is a hard culinary holiday? Or are you inspired?
No, I am working on a hot dog cookbook actually. So
nice.
I'm excited about all the hot dog love.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, for me, it's hard to be outside grilling right now. It's so hot, but
that's true. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Ken, you're coming to Atlanta.
Yes. I think it's official now. Yes, I will be in Atlanta for Dragon Con this year. Pretty sure it's official. Yeah. No, Plume put something out. So yeah, I'll be part of some of the festivities there. My first time in Atlanta proper, not counting the airport, which I tried to order a drink at noon on a Sunday and was rebuked. But yeah, so looking forward to catching up or having a hot dog in person.
Yeah, definitely. I'm planning to go to at least half of Dragon Con. So,
well,
yeah,
I don't know which half.
Speaking of celebrations, that'll
fun.
be great. Yeah.
There you go. Awesome, Dan. Thanks for calling in, my friend.
All right,
Thanks, Dan.
All right, love that. Yeah, I'm excited to get out there. Some more information coming, but mostly I'm just, I hear that's nothing but a party. So let's party. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I can't wait to hear your experiences and what kinds of hot dogs and pizza you eat.
Is that the options?
There's some big food options too.
There you go. We got Cameron Stewart and we got Steve lined up here. If you want to call in, anyone out there, join us. We are talking about Star Wars parties and celebrations. You can also talk about the Ninth Jedi trailer if you want to talk about that. But we might break down that a little more on Monday. We'll see about that. But let's get Steve. No, wait. Oh, there he is. Cameron Stewart moved in my lineup. Let me do that. Cam, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Very good. Where are you going? Pack the Thompson's Poncho Mike. I will. Cam, parties, celebrations. Where you go?
Well, best and just most nostalgic to me has to be Victory Celebration. And yes, with Victory Celebration, that's the one I grew up with, and I'll always stand by that.
Yeah.
Yep. But I was not going to call in with that initially because I'm like, well, that's kind of like the main one. But then when people were talking about the Tuskens, I thought of Boba's initiation ritual. And I just rewatched Book of Boba Fett, I think for the first time since it came out, leading up to Mando and Grogu as part of that whole rewatch. And that whole episode is just such a unique and special moment in Star Wars. And I think although it's a very small celebration, it's really kind of the whole thesis statement almost of Boba's journey in that show. And it perfectly shows where he came from, where he is now, and his newfound family. And when just thinking of that, I was like, how did I even forget? I just saw it, and it's got to be one of the most unique and probably most thought not thought, but like it packed with emotion and meaning.
Great purpose. Yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's shot so well and performed so well. And just like that whole episode is great, but that's such a powerful, powerful ending.
Yeah. It's the Steph Green episode, right? She directed that one, if I remember. Yeah. That's one of the best in modern Star Wars, I think, in terms of episodes. Indeed. And because of that, anchored by that, all the emotion of what you're saying, Cameron. So you're dancing with Ewoks and you're growing with Tuskens. That's your parties.
Absolutely. And if I had to sort of, people were talking about seeing more in the future, and there are kind of a small list of these, but I would actually love to see maybe in some New Republic stuff or post-sequel stuff, we got Empire Day in Rebels, but I would like to see the New Republic's, whatever they do to celebrate the fall of the Empire. And how does that, do they do that? Is that too, maybe they don't do it and they talk about, that's too dicey and they're trying not to, upset people. And then after, post First Order, what does that look like? Are there 2 days or is there still one? Like, I would like to see how, how does that get carried forward in sort of the opposite of Empire Day? So lots of opportunities to explore. Explore it.
Yeah. Let's start the rumor right now that Starfighter is about Ryan Gosling's character getting party supplies to the party. That's exactly what you're talking about. The New Republic Day party. That's what it's about. And along the way, adventure happens.
Yeah.
I love
and
that.
You know what? The whole time his hyperdrive should fail and he can be getting chased the whole time and he's got balloons in the back and he's got cake and ice cream and he's like, we got to get there.
The ice cream's melting, kid. If that's the stake of the movie, that the space ice cream is melting, that would be fantastic.
On board.
I have a question about the whole victory celebration scene, the Ewoks and everything. When you think of your love of it, does that include the scenes across the galaxy of the whole galaxy celebrating the fall of the Empire?
Yes, I am young enough to have grown up with that version of it. And I think that includes, obviously, Hayden Christensen as the Ghost. I know that's very touchy. I appreciate both versions now, looking back. I like different things about both of them.
Yeah.
But I actually had to learn at some point. My parents had to tell me, like, this is not how it was originally, because I didn't quite understand when I was a kid that, you know, that wasn't obviously possible.
Yeah.
So it does include the sort of fly up in the sky and go see everywhere else. And, you know, I think that also has impact to me because I grew up with all 6 films. So that was just very obvious. Like, oh, of course we would, you know, see these locations and revisit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was never one of the changes that I was troubled by coming out of the initial screening of the special edition in 1997. I really liked that one because it always felt to me like, yeah, this is something that George would have done if he had the money in 1983. And yes, with the not all of it was there in 97 actually, because we didn't have Naboo yet. But we did have, and people loved, and I loved the people passing the stormtrooper around, and I think the people pushing over Palpatine's statue is particularly powerful and very, very real world. Like, the authoritarian, the dictator fell, and so does his statue.
Yeah. No, it's a great perspective, Cameron. And I mean, I think I'm on record here on this channel saying I prefer Victory Celebration over Yub Nub, which is sacrilegious. And I guess what? Still get to enjoy both. So they're both there. But yeah, there's something about it just kind of taking in all the story. And I love what you're saying about you growing up with all 6. You would almost be like, why didn't we go back to Naboo? Why are we not celebrating things on other planets? So that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something there for everyone, depending on what you had when you had it. So I appreciate all of it, but that's just, and I feel like that triumphant music makes a lot more sense to me. I think Yub Nub is very fun, but I do like that sort of like, it feels like a victory. So
it feels a little bigger. I get you.
No, I agree. I am more on the side of Victory Celebration. Sorry, too.
Yeah. Somewhere Jen landed, just a cold shiver went down her spine. Like, what?
Yes. When I said sorry to everyone, I was really thinking of Jennifer.
Yeah. There you go. Cab, thanks for calling in, my friend.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Oops,
you too.
Sorry, cut you off. Sometimes I hit that button. Sometimes I hover over the button. Sometimes I just slam that button. What's that flashing? We got one more call lined up here today as we're talking celebrations and parties, and a lot of people, you all came through. Y'all came through today, you know? Absolutely. There's not as many to choose from as other things, but they're all important. They all mean a lot of things here in Star Wars. So,
Rock Bottle Art says, from a certain point of view, the end of Attack of the Clones is a delightful Palpatine celebration. Everything is going exactly as he has planned. Yes.
Little party just for him and Dooku.
Yeah. They're walking away, and maybe they have some dignitaries hand them little cocktails. Like, congratulations on the evil. Well done.
Some early dignitaries doing it. Oh, that's great. That's amazing. Final call of the day, at least for right now, as we start to sign out here. But we got Steve calling in as he does. Steve, where are you partying? Where are you partying today?
Just going back to what you were saying about the end of Attack of the Clones, I was thinking about that with the films. I was thinking, what films have had the celebrations at the end? And then I was going along the list, and I was like, Revenge of the Sith definitely doesn't have one. But then I was thinking, what was if Palpatine had one, like an Endor style one at the end, where he's hugging Masameda, and his clone troopers were doing such a good job, and he's looking off in the distance, and there's like maybe a Count Dooku false ghost with Plagueis looking at him, saying like, "Well done, Palpatine. Well done. You did it."
You did it.
Yeah, and then they all have that kind of photograph ending, where they're all kind of huddled around together, and then it ends.
Yeah. Leap into the air to high five Sly Moore, and freeze frame. We're out. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not down with their victory, but I'd be down to see like a deleted scene of that. Like,
just an alternative ending.
Yeah, it's kind of where like Palpatine enters the office and everyone's already in there, and they start clapping, and he's like, "Yeah, we did it. Cake for everyone." Yes, it'd be great. Well, that's one choice, but I'm sure you got more.
Yeah, I think everyone's picked most of them, so I'm just going to kind of piggyback off of a couple of them.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of what parties or celebrations I would want to join. So I think the Endor one would be great, but I would probably not drink because they're very high on those platforms in the trees. And I'm a very clumsy drunk as well. So after a few, I'm very trip over my own feet. So I feel like I'd be falling off one of those platforms quite quickly. So I think I'd have to behave myself there.
Very wise.
And then, and the Phantom Menace March as well, like the celebrations, I think that would be a lot of fun to go to. It kind of looks like a king, queen kind of celebration, which looks fun. I'd like to hang out with some Gungans and celebrate. Would be good. And then I think lastly, the Mon Mothma parties, I would love to, as long as I wasn't involved in it, I would just love to sit there, have a few drinks, listen to all that drama that's going on, and just kind of take it all in. I just think, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for all those discussions and everything going on. I think that would be great.
Would you try some of the traditional Chandrillin drinks in the safety of Mothma's cozy apartment?
I would have to drink a few other normal drinks first. I'm one of those as well. If I've had a few drinks, I'll drink anything after that. So you get a bit more courage to try anything after you've had a few, especially in England as well. I think we're quite known for our drinking here.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. No, these are all great answers. We all want to march with Augie, and we want to dance carefully at those Ewoks. I think often of when I think of the Endor party is that shot kind of in the background where it's like a Mon Calamari and I think a pilot, and they're just kind of dancing like this. And I'm always like, look, you should take Star Wars seriously. It should just affect your life and cause great change and give you a lot of insight to the world, but also Amon Calamari was dancing in the background.
Love that. Brings everyone together. That's what I love.
It is.
How it should be.
It's like the uncle or the grandpa at a wedding of like, well, look, he's into the spirit of it. That's fine.
Yeah. He's there. Good stuff, Steve. Appreciate those. Great choices.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No worries.
All right. Drink carefully this weekend, okay? Celebrating our win.
I'll try my best.
All right.
Got the World Cup going on, so I can't promise anything.
Very wise.
Fair enough. Thanks, Steve. We're almost at it. I thought it's not a party, but no, it is. It's probably a standing party, but no one's going to talk about Captain Bombardier and the Duchess and their ongoing kind of vibes and celebrations. Games.
Just one endless party.
Yeah, just one. They got party games. They got food. They got laughter. I want to spend time there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? All of our talk today now, I want to know if there was a peace orb ceremony after party. Like, did the Gungans get wild? You know, that was an afternoon party, but what happened in the evening?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you had to know, like, you're only in the know, like you had to get we're going over. Yeah, C.O. Bibble's he's got something going on in his place. We're gonna get over there right now. Yeah, I can do that. It's kind of like when we'd be on the road at the Schmodown. You remember those? You were in Chicago, the big one there, and like there's always that quiet whisper amongst the actual people behind the scenes of like, hey, we're going to so and so's. Don't tell anyone. We're going over that room.
Yeah, communications disruption can mean only one thing. Party at C.O. Bibbles.
Down with it. Rock Bottle. Art says Gungan Buzzball's the perfect after-party drink. That's the way. And I think it's a good way to close out our episode here today. Oh, Misa had too many.
Misa had a few too many. Kyle Harlow.
Thank you, Kyle. All right. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for the kind super chats and hanging out with us today here on a Friday. News, questions, more next week. Eventually, we're going to return to our Star Wars Rank series. We just got to New Hope, right? Our favorite
our favorite scenes.
Favorite scenes, yeah. So we're going to get back to that stuff. But we're just going to get through the summer. A lot of things going on. If you're down to San Diego Comic-Con, first night, Thursday, the first proper night, not counting preview night on Wednesday, of course. Thursday, July 23rd. 7 p.m. Got a comedy show. Jen Sturger, Mark Ellis headlining. I'm on the bill as well. Some great fun to be had out there. Information on my website, KenNapzok.com. But Joseph, you are days away from taking your motion picture out on the road.
It is getting very close. Yeah, we are doing a road show across the country for our horror film, Dead Media, put on by the distributor Antenna Releasing. We're starting Saturday, July 18th in Los Angeles. So come join us for that if you're in the Los Angeles area. And then traveling around and ending on August 18th back home in Minneapolis at the Heights Theater. Like I said, August 18th. And full details on everywhere we're stopping with the roadshow will be out very soon. I'm really hoping to see and meet some ForceCenter friends or meet folks I've already met before, re-meet folks I've already met before You can go to antennareleasing.com/film/dead media, or just follow me on all the social media at Joseph Scrimshaw.
There you go. Head on out, folks. Head on out. We'll see you next time here on ForceCenter.